Standard 8, Unit 4 Supplementary. The three questions that was written by Leo Tolstoy. He was a Russian author. He was born on September 9, 1828. He was died in November 20, 1910, and he wrote his first great novel, War and Peace. In 1873, Tolstoy set to work on the second of his best-known novels. He continued to write fiction throughout the 1880s and the 1890s. What are the three questions the king asked to his kingdom, the workers of the kingdom? The first question is, what was the right time for every action? The second question is, who was the right person to listen to? The third question is, what was the most important thing to do? The king asked throughout his kingdom. So the king announced throughout his kingdom that anyone who gave the right answer for his questions would be rewarded. Landmen came to the king, but they all answered his questions differently. The king was not satisfied with the answers given by them. What are the three questions? What are the three answers they have given? The first one is, one should have the right plan. The king should have a council of ministers and wise men to decide the right time and to consult the magicians. The second answer is, the king needed counselors, priests, doctors, and warriors. The third answer is, important thing in the world is science. Others said skill in warfare and religious worship. These are the three answers. But the king was not satisfied with these answers. So he went to wise hermit seeking answers. He dressed himself into a common man before visiting him. The hermit was digging the ground with difficulty when the king asked the answers for his questions. But the hermit was silent and continued digging. The king helped the hermit in digging the ground. At the time someone came running, the king and the hermit went to see who it was. They saw a man bleeding on the ground. The king cleaned and bandaged the wound in his stomach till the bleeding stopped and gave him some water to drink. Both the king and the man slept in the same tent that night. In the morning, the man asked the king for forgiveness, but the king did not know who he was. The man was the king's enemy who had come to kill him. Before that, the bodyguards found him and attacked him. The man promised to serve the king as a faithful slave along with his wife. The happy king made peace and forgave his enemy. Soon the king asked his servants to attend the wounded man and promised him to restore his property. The first one is, the most important time was when the hermit was digging the ground. The king felt guilty and helped him in digging. And the second one is, the most important thing was to attend to the person who was in need. If the king did not address his wound, the man would have died without making peace with the king. The third one, the most important thing is doing good to others, and for this purpose only man has been sent into this world. Now again the answers. What are the three questions? What is the most important time to do anything? That is now. That's the present time is the most important time to do anything. The second question is who is the most important person to refer to? The most important person is with you. The third question is what is the most important job to do? The most important job is to do good to the person with you. Thanks.